There you are. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're talking to Michelle from the American Legion's ambulance service, and her and I both can see the importance of saving as many lives as we can. I'm part of the honor guard and go to a lot of funerals, but I can see the importance of this thing. We could save a lot of grandpas and uncles,
right,
if we have this training.
Right. You know, the target, the 55 to 75-year-old person that doesn't have a significant health problem or disease process that's happening, they have plenty more years left. And we just have to do something, you know, as simple as push it on their chest for 5 minutes.
I've heard so many stories of people that were in perfect health, dropping over dead.
Yeah.
Have massive heart attacks.
Yes.
I don't know, but I think doing something is better than doing nothing.
Right.
If you're interested, who do we get in touch with if you're interested in this sort of thing? Who do we call?
You can call me. I do the training throughout the county for any organization. I do my best to make sure that it's off of your schedule and your time.
So they can call the American Legion Ambulance Service?
They can call American Legion at 209-223-2963 and just leave me a message, or they can call me personally at 209-304-2781.
You know what I was wondering? You know how Robert has the blood drives down there once a month on Monday? Now, I don't know how many times they got stuff scheduled down there at the Legion Hall.
Right.
But I don't know why you couldn't have a class every day somewhere. And even there, it'd be a nice place to have it. That room next to Al Lennox's office, that big room right there?
Yes, the training room.
Is that thing available, I mean, every day?
It is available. We do have some organizations that are in there on a regular basis, so they already have set days. Right now, there's a big change as far as the CPR progress, that we are hitting our professional rescuers and so forth.
Yeah.
Our target is to get out and get our community trained. And we'd like to see, you know, our original goal is to see 50% of Amador County's population trained in CPR and AED use.
So you can go to them, bring your equipment, go to them at any of their organizations.
Yes.
We need to get those organizations calling in and setting up appointments on the calendars.
That's right. And if you don't belong to an organization and you can get 3 other people with you, I will come to a class for 4 people in your home if that's what you choose.
Ooh. Like a Tupperware party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I have some lady friends up country that play, I call it dominoes, but there's another word for it. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, they all, you know, there's a dozen or so of these ladies. They get together and playing poker, probably. I don't know what they're playing.
Right.
But same type of thing. I mean, you got all kinds of groups doing all kinds of things. Car shows.
Yes.
I mean...
And you know, with that being said, there's also, you know, with the CPR class comes the infant and the child CPR. Elderly people, you know, you're worried about, are we going to save them? But what about them saving their grandchildren that are at home?
Well, maybe we need to get the high school nurses in here.
High school nurses, yes, they
talking about this.
It's really funny. We've actually had discussions making this a requirement to graduate from high school.
Excuse me, sounds like a great problem.
They do
Absolutely.
They do teach our 6th graders CPR, but then they don't go on and continue the process later. And they're all required to take a health class. So why aren't we teaching CPR in this health class?
Have you got an appointment set up with our local Boy Scouts that the American Legion sponsors?
Yes.
You got an appointment with those guys?
No, we haven't. Like I said, our target has been our first responders right now, and I'm pretty inundated in doing
I'm going to be out there rattling some cages.
Next. Yes.
We got the motorcycle part of American Legion, the riders. They have a pretty large turnout of people. You've got Sutter Creek with all the things happening down there in that big auditorium.
Yes.
The Coraliers is a group of people.
Yes.
Gosh. We can just make a list of 50 people and start banging on doors.
Yes. So I'll be done with professional training by June 1st, and then we're going to be hitting out in the community coming after that.
Well, make sure I'm with you, because I can bang on doors.
Great, thank you.
I'm good at being annoying.
I can take all the help I can get.
Oh, yeah. You probably need to go to one of the meetings at the county offices, and I think it's second Tuesday or something like that, and go up there and promote it to those guys. Get them on board. Get Ted and the and the rest of them all on board with this thing.
Actually, our regional medical director is scheduling a meeting in May to discuss CPR use.
Regional director. We got to get you in there doing it.
No, I will actually be with him, but
okay.
yeah, he is actually the one that's going to be scheduling it with the board of supervisors and so forth. So we're already targeting that area.
Okay.
We just yeah.
Okay.
Things like this are great because it gets our cause out there.
I'm an old shoe salesman, car salesman type guy, and I'm looking for an opening to sell something.
Yes.
And this is a very important thing to sell.
It is. It's very important, and it's actually really easy to sell itself. I mean, do you want to save your family members? It's that simple.
You know, years ago, there was a thing about Good Samaritan getting into trouble for helping.
Yes.
Now, what's happened to all that?
There is a Good Samaritan law that protects Good Samaritans as long as they are not doing something that is really far-fetched. You cannot, cut a slit in somebody's throat and put a pin in there because you saw it on TV last week.
Exactly.
But doing something like pushing on their chest.
Okay.
CPR does cause ribs to break. It does cause, internal organs to be bruised, and you can't be sued for that. If you save the person and they want to sue you because you broke their ribs, it won't happen.
That's good. My son stopped along the freeway. He's with CDF down in Santa Cruz. He stopped along 205 to help somebody one time. And most firemen, and you too, carry their turnouts in the trunk.
Right.
And he showed up at a car accident, did what he had to do until the ambulance showed up, took off his rubber gloves, put them in the trunk of his car, and came up to visit me.
Yes.
And I said, Jake, how was your day? He said, normal day.
Yes.
That's the unique thing about you guys and firemen and all you guys. You're not heroes.
No.
It's what you do.
It's
your job.
It is our job, and the great thing is that we all love our job. We're all very compassionate about the job.
Exactly.
And so I feel extremely fortunate that I get to do something every day that I love.
Well, and Jack Magee being a pushy personality, I can knock on doors for you.
Thank you.
Get in front of groups and talk to them. They're yelling at me to shut up and sit down, and I refuse to.
I will take your help.
So you can take a guy like me that's handy.
Yes.
Yes. And I plan on going to your meeting there at Drexel on the 9th at 3 p.m. At Drexel, and getting involved in that one. And then when SIRS does theirs, I'll be involved with that one. And YMI, the Young Men's Association up to Lay the Pines, we'll get them trained.
Right.
So there's 3 groups right there that we get them trained. The guys at the American Legion, we're going to get them trained.
Yes.
I think it's great. I think it's absolutely great. But I can see the importance of the 4-hour class.
Yes. In the 4-hour class, we talk about the mechanics and the electrical activity and why it works and why it doesn't work, and simple things that people can do to make it as successful as it can be. We can't save everyone, but the key is to get in there and save the ones that we can.
To try.
Yes, because you never know who you're going to save and who you're not.
I think trying is such a human being thing to try. Whether you're a Marine or a school teacher or just a guy mowing the lawn and planting his corn, you have to try. You have to believe in something. You have to believe that you can make a difference. And it's a great calling that you've got, my son's got, and all these people that have got that work for Al. It's amazing the things that they can accomplish just because they care.
Yes. It's pretty simple. Get out there and learn the simple little techniques.
Now, what's that phone number again for finding you?
So you can call the American Legion office at 209-223-2963, or you can call me personally at 209-304-2781.
2781. That's you.
That's me personally.
Okay, and then you can set up the classes yourself.
Yes.
Okay. But hopefully we get, how many people up here are doing your job, this thing you're doing? You got a whole team? You got a team?
I actually lead the training department, but we do have about 6 instructors that can come out and do it.
There's 7 people, including you, that are instructors trained to teach.
Yes.
Okay.
So there are plenty.
So we need to get more people trained, No more people out there teaching. So there's an instructor license that you might get too.
There is an instructor's course that you have to get, yes.
I know Giles teaches boxing. Maybe we can get him to teach this.
Yeah, that would be great.
Giles, you know Giles Turner,
I
don't you?
I do. Mr. Turner's been around for quite
He's a
some
good
time.
guy.
Anybody who went to high school here knows Mr. Turner.
He's a good guy. Well, Stephanie, excuse me, Stephanie.
That's okay.
It must have been my other girlfriend, huh?
It must have been. It must have been.
It says right there, Michelle Clark.
That was your girlfriend last week.
Yeah, okay. Well, Michelle, I'm inspired by you and by this.
Thank you.
First time I saw this thing up at Lay of the Pines at our surge meeting, I'm going, how do I fill those things up in the back of my car and go sell them?
That's right. That's right.
Well, more to it than that.
There is more.
You have to sell the training.
Yeah.
Like Al Lennox has told me, he said, Jack, okay, you got an hour's worth. We need the 4-hour training.
Right.
And I think he's right.
Right.
There's more to this simple-looking machine because there's a lot of diagnosis going on.
Right.
You know?
The training is very helpful because in the moment your adrenaline's rushing, you're thinking about all these other things. So if you've already had the hands-on training and you've been able to work with it in a nice calm setting, you're better off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great fun, important fun with Michelle Clark here. So let's get out there, make some phone calls, and get this technology passed on. Like I've said, what's going on is what I do. And this, one more thing. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
for coming.
me.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.